Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. This is Eli. This is Ben. This is me and Isaiah. This is Chuck. And today we are going to talk about and react to the worst medical advice on TikTok. Woke cesspool of trash. So
I love it.
Now, hold on a second. Aren't you the only one of us that actually
That
has
has the TikTok.
yes, but
And you're judging it.
there is some good stuff on TikTok, but
In this woke cesspool of trash.
in a smoke sense full of trash, you can find a few.
I think that is pretty much true of all the internet.
It is now.
It's
Now it
basically a
is.
cesspool.
A woke
And-
cesspool of trash.
I'm just gonna say a cesspool, and there's gems in that cesspool. Every now and then, you find a golden turd.
Every now and then, among all the real turds, you'll find a baby Ruth turd swimming in the cesspool.
Or like in the dark, you'll find this light, like this flickering light bulb.
Yes.
When my mom worked as an aerobics instructor,
Ooh.
there was this kid who had explosive diarrhea in
Oh.
the swimming pool, and Ben swam under it and discovered it. And so then later, my mom, as a joke to the lifeguards, she like threw the little fun-sized baby roots into the swimming pool so that they would think it was turds.
So, where does EBIC Podcast fit into the cesspool of internet?
Oh,
Is it a golden baby Ruth turd floating around, or is it just regular old poop?
it is
No,
a
it's
king-sized baby Ruth
turd.
floating in the cesspool.
Yes, in the cesspool of
Of turds.
it's a turd of solid comedy gold. That's what it is.
Yes, a turd of solid comedy gold.
Wait, our channel or?
Our
Our channel.
Indeed, it is.
Yes.
So go and subscribe. now.
Ask anybody, our channel is the only channel worth watching on YouTube.
Yes.
You'll leave all the others and only watch ours.
Yes.
That is the best advice you can get from a man
Exactly.
with no legs.
You don't need legs to know this is the best channel on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like steroids.
Okay, so I saw a guy like this on Good Mythical Morning. He freaking he was an MMA fighter over in Russia or something, and he filled his arms full of petroleum jelly.
Petroleum jelly?
Yeah,
Did a
like
bus?
like KY jelly or that. He injected it into because he wanted his arms to look bigger, and then he had to have it like medically removed.
What is it called? There's this one dude, and he did the same thing, but it busted. And it was just like,
That's terrible.
yeah.
Couple questions about Synthroid Boy here.
Why doesn't he just grow real muscles?
That's my question.
Well, I mean, obviously he's not satisfied with real muscles. He wants grossly
Brock Lesnar.
exaggerated.
Oh, Nick.
But why not his lower arms?
I know it's all like boulders up here, and then some like.
It's all disproportional.
And what the hell's going on with his neck?
That's a side effect.
Yeah, so there's a side
It
effect.
looks like he took.
So it's
Watermelon?
synthol 85% oil, 7.5 lidocaine, and 7.5% alcohol.
It looks like he just took watermelons and then just like stuck them all up. This is like,
He's like a character in a cartoon or something. One of those muscular characters.
or like a boss who'd find a video game.
Yeah.
It's like people that get tons of plastic surgery. Like, I just don't get it. Like, it doesn't even look real.
And it gets worse. It looks worse when you get older and stuff too.
Watch, he's an old man. He's just gonna have these big
Yeah.
things and these.
Yeah.
Onward.
You're not increasing your muscle size, though.
No.
You're just adding goop under your skin.
Yeah.
Infection. And it's also ridiculous looking. I don't know if you see this.
Haters will say it doesn't work. I'm convinced that if you put a base sunscreen of SPF 30 on and then SPF 90 on all the spots that you would put highlighter on, the sun will contour your face where you'd put bronzer and you will be naturally snatched all summer.
Check this.
It's probably just gonna look like a red sunburn everywhere. Like you, just red. Just in sunburn. This is what I imagine.
I don't put sunscreen on at all.
I don't use sunscreen.
Yeah, maybe.
High SPF everywhere on your face and prevent it from aging prematurely. Keep your skin healthy, non-sunburn, and then you could put makeup and make yourself as beautiful and highlighter and shaped and snatched as you wish to be.
Okay, so my second complaint here. Again, she's not really making a medical claim. She is making a beauty tip video. And he didn't say that it won't work. He's just saying, oh, you should put on good sunscreen.
Well, he's giving advice for having healthy skin and comparing it with the lady was saying. Maybe I guess it's sort of a medical advice type thing.
I mean, he's giving medical advice of protect your skin.
But she's not.
But she's not.
She's just saying if you want like a natural glow,
Maybe
it will do.
like you're gonna get a different tan level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please be medically accurate. Please. These are the nerves that are connected to your heart. This is the skin. This is the muscle, and there are nerves here that are not connected to your heart. How are we even talking about them? Slap your arm. Slap it. Slap it. You know what's a good exercise for your heart? Jogging.
For your digestive system. This is for your spleen, your stomach.
The spleen is not a digestive organ.
That's my problem. I didn't thrust enough.
There you go. Now you
You
know.
have thrusted.
Just drink enough water, stay well hydrated, sleep well, get some exercise, and eat some plants and vegetables. You don't need to thrust. What?
Well,
Is it stretch?
I think my
I guess she's using the dumbbells in order to keep the legs stretched out.
I think my legs would break.
it looks painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of pain in that area when I stretch, so maybe I need to improve my flexibility. But remember, too much flexibility is not always the answer, and overstretching can actually be a problem.
Okay, so again, she's not giving medical advice. And neither was the Synthroid guy. I think the last guy thrusting for kidney health is the only one that actually gave.
Well, I think that's the whole point of this video is that the medical advice is so bad it's not even real medical advice for some.
But like that chick wasn't giving any advice.
It was just,
Oh, yeah,
Like she's a gymnast, obvious, and so she's showing off her amazing flexibility.
Yeah.
And
there's not really any medical
yeah,
things going on here.
like me or probably 90% of people couldn't do that and would probably hurt themselves doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to attempt, like, just because I saw her do it.
Oh, we should all try to do that.
No, my God.
I think Chuck would pass, maybe. What do you think? Who would pass in flexibility here?
I'm pretty sure Chuck would. Yeah.
I would pass
Oh,
flexibility.
no. Oh, no.
You just have to break your legs. So okay. Can I go on an off-topic rant real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So one time in a youth group,
Oh, God, I know where this is going.
there was this very like polite and mild-mannered, very happy, outgoing guy. He approached Chuck one day and he's like, So, do you have any feeling in your legs? And Chuck's like, no. And he's like, so if I took this knife or scissors, whatever he hit, and I just stabbed your legs, you wouldn't feel it. Like, just out of the blue. Like, maybe the second time of meeting the guy.
So
Old Travis.
I hear from the story that he kind of wanted to stab Chuck in the legs.
Yeah.
That's just
But,
odd.
I mean, if we're being honest, show of hands, who does not want to stab Chuck in the legs?
You don't?
I don't want to stab you in the leg.
No.
Yeah. The rest of us are being...
What would you do if he just like walked up to you and was like, "Whoa"?
I thought you were gonna tell this story about. Hey, Keith, look at this.
Wait, what?
So we had this really weird friend, and he was always doing stuff to get attention, right? So one day he takes his leg and he brings it up like this, and he yells at our youth pastor. He's like, "Hey Keith, look at this!" And he goes like this, and he pops his hip out of sock.
Oh!
And
Wait,
everybody in the room heard it pop.
wait, his leg?
Yeah,
Like how?
like he brought it up.
Like this? Like he just went?
No, like he twisted it up.
How? Like
Yeah.
like upwards?
He was flexible, okay? So, he took his leg and he twisted it like
So
that.
imagine this
Like
is his
this.
leg. Whoop, like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And his hip pops out.
But he went too far that time.
Was he? Did he like scream in pain?
He was kind of doubled over in pain for a little while.
Did he reset it? Did he? No.
That
He
sounds
didn't go to the hospital.
I think it just like popped back in on its own.
Oh gosh.
Hey, look at
Terrible.
this.
All right, let's continue.
I don't think this one's medical either, but it's still.
Sparkling water isn't considered water. Definition of water is fish must swim in it.
Okay, this is a Saturday Night Live skit.
Sparkling water is not high sodium, but it has a deep mineral content.
The depth of its mineral content makes it not water.
So best bet is always water first. Definition of water is fish must swim in it.
Water first is a fine mantra, but fish must swim in it is ridiculous because fish swim in salt water. And if you drink salt water, oh boy, you're going to be in for some troubles.
So I decided.
I mean, that did kind of seem medical-ish more than a lot
More
of
than the
others.
last one. Well, she didn't say anything at all. She was just laying there.
Right. Yeah. Synthroid guy didn't say anything.
Yeah.
He's just there with his
Oversized.
Oh gosh.
Jelly
misshapen
beans.
body.
To go get a colonic. Don't ask me the scientific definition.
The scientific definition is the
Pause. I think for Isaiah's birthday, we should all go get colonics.
I
That'd be
know.
awesome.
Aquatics. You
I
get
think we
what?
should go get them.
That'd be awesome.
Wait, what?
Colonic.
What's that?
That's where they flush out your poop.
I like that.
They take a tube and they put it up your rectum. They go, I think, into your intestine with it, and then it's low pressure water, and they just wash.
You know, I do not want to do that. I would rather.
I think we need to. It's supposed to make you feel really refreshed.
It was real popular several years ago, and I worked with this nurse that would do them for people.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Mm.
Yeah. Especially because I have digestive issues. So.
See what comes out of us.
Yeah. The worst. Oh.
colonic. That's like the end of it. Oh my gosh, this hurts so bad. It hurts. Don't do it. They are dangerous. There is no benefit to them. People think it cleanses them out. No, your body is a natural cleansing system. The surface of your intestines regularly sheds and leaves. You don't have like poop buildup that sits in there for years on end.
So I don't know whether colonics are beneficial at all.
I don't think they are.
I have my doubts, but I don't like this guy's take that your body is a natural system, blah, blah,
Because there
blah.
are people who generally have
Digestive
buildup
issues.
than that.
Yeah. Like, digestive issues are a common problem.
Especially in America with the American diet.
Have you ever
all
heard
of
of
that.
laxatives?
Yes.
Well, why do you think there are so many laxatives?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
But this guy's saying your
Right.
body is a
Your
natural
body just
cleansing system.
Pushes it all out.
Well, that's not really the.
Well, I think he has a point, and it would if we had a better diet.
Well, no, not all the time.
But he
Even
didn't
if you
say
do
that.
have a good diet. Well, no, even if you do have a good diet, sometimes it just.
Medical conditions can cause digestive problems.
I think
Like,
maybe
you
he's
could have a perfect diet.
maybe he's just talking about healthy people in general, but I'm sure he understands. Like,
Yeah, he should have classified that if that was he was talking about, though.
What was that?
He said, "Oh, that's like a Russian thing." But why is he hitting him? Did he do something?
I don't like that. That's a good way to break the brain
Oh
stem.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's not a good
Break skin or break his spine?
break the brain stem.
Oh.
I think he's trying to like soften his muscles or something.
I don't know. Russians are always trying to find out marketing schemes.
Maybe it's a kink.
What's it called? What are those things? Like, there will be people like, try my tea, it'll heal your and cleanse your body. What's it called?
Like a snake oil
No,
salesman?
it's like, what are the things? It's not like a triangle. It's a
Pyramid scheme?
pyramid scheme. Yes.
I'm
Okay.
not sure how that fits into this.
This nonsense. Like, I'll tap on your body with this stick and it'll relax your muscles or something.
This is insane. He's hitting him with a mallet and a piece of wood on a napkin. This goes to show how BS this is. So he palpates the spine, and then all of a sudden he lifts his hands off, and then randomly applies the little pad and the wooden.
I don't like this.
You already let go, and you already don't see where you palpate. You're making it up. You're lying.
Ah.
Honestly, this is a crime. I've never gone as far as saying that on a TikTok or any medical reaction video. This is a full-on crime.
There's a big difference. You do not inhale a cigar. Okay, it's just a puff. It never goes into your lungs.
Okay, that's just like factually untrue. There's smoke all around you that you're inhaling. In fact, secondhand and third-hand smoke is really dangerous from cigars. Cigars can even be more dangerous than cigarettes. Chances of getting certain types of cancers go up 4 to 10-fold. So no, they are not safer than cigarettes. That's just like a complete myth.
You put garlic up your nose.
Oh boy.
No, they don't cleanse your sinuses because they're garlic.
So far, there's a little bit of
How do you know if it's cleansed because your nose is all stuffed and you can't breathe through
I
it?
know, right?
around the nostril holes.
So, if you're sick, you have snot, and that's what's happening.
I feel a lot of congestion right up.
Well, that's because you have 2 garlics up your nose.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of congestion in here, in this area right here where I've got these cloves of garlic shoved up my nose.
No. Oh, that was funny. Oh.
Ah!
Oh, gross.
I like how you two can't watch, but Isaiah's just like, yeah.
Who can't watch?
You and Eli?
Oh, I can't. I'll throw up. Oh, God, that was so gross. Is it done?
Fresh garlic is both an allergen
No,
and
it's
a
not.
potent irritant
I
that
will throw
often
up.
causes second and third degree burns when applied to injured skin. Never heard that.
Is it done?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You should start thinking about sex. Really? Come on. No, dude, I'm being serious. It tricks your brain and relieves some of the pressure.
Distraction when you need to pee and you can't
Oh, so next time I need to pee, I'm just gonna go jerk off. I don't need to pee no more.
But it works. Whether you think that, whether you think about what's going on next week, will distract you and allow you to think about something else.
I want this migraine to kill me. Come on, stick your hands in this ice water. It'll help. No, let me die. Ice water. Okay, fine, fine.
Ice for migraines has been tested and has found some relief and success in some patients. To me, it's like a low risk thing as long as you're not doing any harm to your body. And it could take some of that pressure off and the headache pain down. By all means, that's like a really low risk way to try and do that.
Yeah, there wasn't really much medical. It was just like
Health facts.
not really health facts. It was just like some of them were actually health facts, but then some were just saying.
I'm pretty sure that was not a health fact.
Yeah. I personally found him very annoying.
Yeah, I did.
Like his personality and the way he was handling the videos.
He reminds me of those guys on The Doctors.
Which is like,
Your mom watches it religiously.
yeah, it's super annoying. I forget if it was Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz that
That started it.
birthed that thing.
I think it was Dr. Phil because he always advertises it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like it was very clickbaity.
Very
That's usually how they
clickbait.
are.
Do we have room to talk when our episodes are called clickbait?
No. But what we do have room to say is you should not subscribe to him and subscribe to us.
Are we gonna watch this movie?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not a movie I'm looking forward to watching.
Wait, what are we watching?
He hasn't told
I
us.
haven't
yet.
told you yet. So I'm gonna cue it up. You guys avert your eyes. Then I'm gonna show you what it is. And I'm gonna get your reaction to how you feel about watching it. Then we're gonna watch it. I'm not gonna tell you why we're watching it. And then we'll recap with you guys' impressions. Alright guys.
Can you open our eyes now?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it already. Wait,
Oh. I don't want to watch this.
Wait.
no, wait, I haven't.
What is it?
And you're not gonna tell us why you want to watch it?
Not until afterwards.
Oh,
Okay.
Do you want to watch it because of the bear? You're just interested in the talking bear?
So I think we need to tell them because they don't know what this is.
Who don't?
The viewers.
Oh, okay.
All thousands of them.
Millions.
Millions. We're gonna watch Paddington 2. A lot of you probably know why I've selected this movie.
Paddington 2.
I'm
Paddington
really
has
happy.
used his detective skills to catch a book thief in this fun-filled sequel.
I'm really happy that you guys are excited about watching it as I am.
Yeah. I'm not.
Well, I will have to tell you, spoiler alert, I missed the first one.
The first one, the mother was like,
I haven't even seen the first
She
one.
watched the first one.
yes.
Alright, so you'll have to compare the first to this one for us.
Okay, I'll do it out here.
So have you seen this one?
No, maybe.
You don't sound very sure.
I don't really remember. It's been a while.
Does anybody have an idea why I want to watch it?
I mean, there's some innuendos or something, or
Like sexual innuendos?
yes, or
You,
you
have
want
a
the
stuffed bear
thing?
fetish?
I don't have a bear fetish.
No, him. He's the one wanting
Yeah.
to watch it.
I don't know why you want to watch it. It's why. Like, it's because, like,
Well, let's get through it.
Let me stop this recording.
Is your mom
Can you pause
somehow?
it? And we can go back?
Yeah.
Well, we just finished watching the movie, and now we are going to talk about it.
Okay. So, first, I would like to hear from you guys to see if y'all know why I wanted us to watch this.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no clue.
Okay, so prior to the movie, Isaiah, you had guessed something about sexual innuendos. Do you still think that could be it?
I didn't see anything.
Okay. Did you make a guess before?
Yes.
What was it?
And I can't remember because we just watched the entire.
Did you make a guess, Chuck?
No.
Okay. So, before I reveal the reason why, I would like to hear what you guys thought of the movie. I'm aware that it's not y'all's cup of tea. That it is y'all are not the target audience for Paddington 2. But that set aside, starting with Chuck, how did you feel about it?
I mean, I overall enjoyed it. I mean, it
It's more of a family. It's a family movie.
yeah. I mean, but I enjoyed it. I hated the advertisements in it for Hulu, but the movie
yeah.
itself, I enjoyed it.
Eli?
Yeah, it'd be a movie that I watch with like family maybe once,
And
but it wouldn't be a movie that I watch like for fun.
Like, you want to just go watch that by yourself?
I don't know. No.
Okay. Isaiah?
it was okay. I appreciated it. It had an interesting plot, but other than that, it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't my cup of tea. So,
Okay. Now, it not being y'all's cup of tea, I would like for, again, starting with Chuck, you to put on a 10 scale, a number grade, just on, like, the overall quality of the movie.
Overall quality. Well, I mean, it had a good plot. It had good acting. It didn't have a whole lot of musical stuff, which I always
glad.
appreciate
Oh.
in a movie. I hate when they break out in song. Overall quality, I would probably give it about a 7.
Eli?
6.
maybe for the quality, like I thought the CGI was actually pretty well done.
Even that dog was like CGI at parts.
Yeah.
And stuff like when it jumped up and howled and stuff.
Yeah,
It was good.
I'd say the same as Chuck. I'd give it a 7.
I was gonna mention that too. I agree with you there, Isaiah. The CGI was
Excellent.
I'm glad.
really well.
I'm glad that they didn't have any.
In fact, I would say that the CGI was done better in it than some movies that are targeted at me.
Like
that I
Red
enjoy.
Notice.
Like Red Notice.
And Mortal Kombat.
Let's not even get into Mortal Kombat.
Not tonight. We don't have time to go
We don't
there.
have time. Hater. But I thought that it was very well animated.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they didn't have like songs all the time. It was just like that one clip. Yeah. It was very short.
Okay, so
Tell us why.
well, I need to lead in with another question now. How much do y'all rely on reviews of movies? How often do you read reviews? do you only read reviews of movies that you plan to watch, or will you just read movie reviews, that kind of thing?
No. It depends what movie it is. Like, I'll watch it. I don't usually ever read reviews. I just watch it and I'm like, oh, that movie is trash, or oh, that movie is good.
I rarely ever read reviews, but I sort of like what Eli said, I will sometimes read them sometimes after I watch the movie, just to get other people's perspectives on how good it was or if they enjoyed it.
But you don't really read them on things that you don't intend to watch or anything like that.
Right.
Sure.
I'd say pretty much the same. If I've watched it, if I really hated it or really enjoyed it, I'll look and see what the reviews say and what other people thought. I don't do it beforehand, and I don't do it on movies I don't intend to watch.
Okay. What source do you use for reviews if you do read a review?
Let's see. Sometimes I'll use like Plugged In has some pretty good reviews. Common Sense Media is like a parent friendly type of review. Look at sometimes I go on to IMDb or whatever and they have reviews on there. That's it. Oh, Amazon. If I ever intend to like buy the movie or whatever, I always look at the positive to negative review ratio.
Yeah, I go on IMDb or I'll look on Rotten Tomatoes. They have reviews on their thing and they actually talk about it sometimes. And there's this other thing that I'll also go on. They would actually explain like different parts, like negative and like bad parts about each part of the movie. And I forgot what it was called. But I don't go on. I think we have Amazon, but I just don't use that much because it's not really that many good free movies, and I don't really plan on buying anything on it unless it's a movie that I actually really like. Then I'll if it's a movie I really like, I'll be like, oh, and I'll just buy it. I don't really look at the reviews that much. I'll like look at them occasionally.
Okay, so you Amazon sometimes, Rotten Tomatoes, and IMDb.
Yeah, but mainly IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, Chuck.
Nowadays IMDb.
Okay. How often would you say that you side with reviewers?
Like when
With like, let's say a movie is overwhelmingly negative or overwhelmingly positive, would you say that most of the time you agree with reviewers on movies that you look at reviews on, or would you say a lot of times you feel differently than the reviewers did?
It's a 50-50 thing. Sometimes I'll find some reviewers that'll like be like say the exact same thing as I was thinking. I'm like, oh yeah. And then there'll be some like they write like negative reviews just to be negative sometimes, or like they'll just like feel like they have to write a review and just to be negative or something like that. And then there'll be positive ones where they'll like be like too positive over the movie, but like there'll be a trash movie and they'll be like only looking at the positive things and not negatives.
This was a great movie. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Well, they overdo it and they overgive it, and then there'll be negative people, but some they'll be like, oh, I only look at the negatives, and like they just start beefing on it for whatever reason they feel like. But yeah, I'll find a good amount of people that'll be on the same side as me. Yeah.
I say the same as Eli. I don't really care for one-sided reviews, like positive and negative, unless I think the movie deserves.
Okay, but would you say that a lot of times when you read reviews about a movie, you agree with them?
Yes, the majority of the time.
No, I think a lot of times that when I'm looking at a movie for reviews, my feelings towards it are vastly different from the other people's.
Whether they're positive or negative.
Either way. If I hated it, usually people love it, and if I love it, usually people hate it.
So, can anyone tell me what Rotten Tomatoes is?
Isn't Rotten Tomatoes like they're aren't they a review group? Like they go and they like from a scale of 1 to 10, like they'll like give a score on like the movie, and like they'll talk about it in their thing, because I've read, and so they'll talk about the movie and what about it and different things.
Does anybody else have a better explanation?
No, I don't have it.
I feel like they're like a movie critic thing. Kind of like Siskel and Ebert used to be.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure. I don't really use them. I always hear Rotten Tomatoes gave this a.
Yeah.
But used to you would hear Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. So I kind of compare it to that.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think I've ever read a review on Rotten Tomatoes, but I did look into how it works, and this is my understanding, is that it is a combination of both critic reviews and audience reviews. So unlike like IMDb that is just user reviews, you have a mixture, and then I guess there's 2 different scorings on a movie on Rotten Tomatoes. One is the critic review, and it's the audience, and then I guess there's like a combined overall kind of score.
Okay.
So I guess it's kind of broken down into multiple.
So it's like if Siskel and Ebert and IMDb got together.
Yeah.
Had a baby.
Yeah. So I also don't pay a lot of attention to reviews. Like y'all said, I'll see this movie has a really good rating on Rotten Tomatoes, go watch it, or this movie has a terrible rating on there, or whatever. Sometimes I will read reviews on IMDb or that. Like Eli was mentioning, a lot of times you have like trolls and stuff like that. I feel like that in any kind of user-based thing,
I feel like it's worse.
That happens.
I feel like it's worse in video games because I play a lot of video games now. Read a lot of I read a lot of reviews on video games, and like, well, mainly like stuff they've like updates or bugs in the game or something, like to keep up and know what's happening.
Yeah.
With games I'm playing a lot, and I'll read those a lot, and there's not really like comments. It's just like it's not like a review. It's just
It's just them venting their anger or frustration towards it.
No, it's like a blog or a website talking about the bugs and like if it's being fixed or like what's happening throughout the thing. But there will be people that will be like either post or like they'll do some random stuff being like, actually no, I don't know if they do reviews, but they'll be like, yeah.
Okay. So I would agree with what Isaiah said about a lot of times if I really like or dislike a movie, I will look at reviews of it. And a lot of times I look, like if I really enjoyed it, I tend to look at the negative reviews and see what people disliked about it. If I really disliked it, I tend to look at the positive and be like, what is wrong with these people? How could they like it? sometimes I'll also go to Reddit for reviews. But I don't think there's really a rhyme or reason to why I look up a review. It's
Yeah.
just sometimes I do.
Like, we
Um,
watched the freaking Ice Road Trucker movie on Netflix, and it was so bad. So freaking bad that we had to look at the
Horrible.
reviews, and people
And
loved
There
it.
was positive reviews,
So,
and that's what I
this was
looked for.
one of
Hey,
the worst movies
hey,
ever.
guys.
The CGI on that movie.
What's it called?
It's called like Ice Truck or something like
Ice
that,
Road.
Ice Road or
Yeah.
something. It's got Liam Neeson, so I was like super hopeful for it.
There's one movie with Liam Neeson on Hulu. It's like Marksman, and it's really good. I liked it.
And then it just like, I think it was worse than Battleship. And Battleship was like that was my standard for terrible movies, and I think this one was worse.
No, Battleship. It was way worse. Like it was. I think that's like the worst movie in cinematic history.
Wait, you think Battleship was worse?
No,
Or
wait.
Ice Road was worse?
Battleship definitely. Like Ice Road is
I
bad.
have to watch it again, which I'm not going to, but
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
I think we're all kind of in agreement on all of this.
What's a movie that you guys have like liked that like they made a first of and then like they just completely demolished everything else, like the series of it.
I'm glad you brought that up because that ties into why we watched Paddington 2 and not Paddington 1.
Like what is it
I'll
called?
tell you, for me, was The Land Before Time. I
One
loved The Land Before Time.
one for me was what was it? There's a couple other movies, but like Fast and Furious. I liked the first one. Whenever I saw the first one, I was like, "This is dope." The second one was like, "Okay." Third one, and then after the third,
It
it was
just gets
just
more crap.
oh, like, and
I-
I was just like,
I
oh.
think for me with Fast and the Furious, it was after number 63 that I really started to dislike it.
Dude, like it went from like regular just street racing, just like it was fun, to flying in space and driving. This is like, wait, what?
I don't think I've watched any except for
like,
one
Alien
and Tokyo Drift.
And like alien technology and flying in space and like galactic crap. It's just like, wait, whoa. So when did like it come from like just street racing and all that stuff to this?
That is a franchise.
God's name, they ruined it. But
Is there any movies that you really hated the sequels to?
I think there has been, yeah, for sure. The Never-Ending Story. I know, Chuck. I know you think that movie's kind of weird. I
Yeah, I
personally
didn't like it.
I enjoyed it.
And see, that was one that I was like, everybody talks about The Never-Ending Story, and like it had great reviews and stuff, so I watched it. I did not like it.
Well, The Never-Ending Story 2. It's a movie. And it's a supposed sequel, but it's really bad. That one, and then
I feel like used to sequels were a lot worse than what they are now. I feel like sequels can be a lot better nowadays.
well, what about Back to the Future? Like the first one was.
I like them all.
The second one, but the third one, it was different. It was just
The
like,
cowboy one?
yeah.
That one was probably my favorite.
Venom 2 did not meet my expectations for a sequel.
I know. I liked the first one better. I didn't really care. The second one's all right. It was just,
For what? Venom?
yeah. It didn't have enough action. It was just them arguing and fighting the entire time. Like, no, I love you, but I hate you. I'm running away.
I liked it.
It was okay.
I like the first one better.
I can't think of any specific movies offhand, but I generally a lot of times sequels just aren't that great.
Yeah.
They're a lot of times
The new sequel,
disappointing.
like every Disney movie they've recreated, it's horrible. Every new movie they've created, it's just like, nah. Same thing with games, like the Call of Duty franchise is horrible. Like I played the new one, it's trash. Everybody go back to Modern Warfare 2, please, in that game.
So Isaiah's looking up hentai. So I'm going to wrap this up with why we watched Paddington 2.
Yes, fine.
Tell us.
Yes.
Okay. So
I was listening to an episode of Conan O'Brien Meets a Friend, and the actress that plays Pam's replacement on
Kimmy
The
Schmidt,
Office.
the
Kimmy
one that
Schmidt,
plays
yeah, yeah.
Invincible
The
Kimmy Schmidt.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, yeah. Her, I can't think of her name. She was on there, and they were discussing sequels, okay?
Uh-huh.
And she kind of just said something about Paddington 2 being the best sequel. And then that got them off on like this whole long discussion of Paddington 2. Conan's children forced him to watch it. And he's like, wait, I haven't even seen Paddington 1. Will I know the plot?
I feel like I don't need to see Paddington
You
1.
You don't.
It's
The story is not dependent on number 1.
Yeah.
But apparently, for a very long time, Citizen Kane was the top-rated movie on
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes. Like, nearly completely perfect. And Paddington 2 was right behind it. But then there was a critic review discovered for Citizen Kane that wasn't taken into account, that lowered its score, and Paddington 2 is, or at the time of this podcast that I listened to, was like the number 1 rated movie on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's oftentimes described as a perfect movie, but there is no flaws with it. Whether you're the target audience or not, you're going to enjoy it. And so I wanted to give it a shot.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, would you say you enjoyed it?
I did. I would agree with you guys. Probably like a 7. I would not seek out to watch it again on my own, but if there was a setting where somebody wanted to watch it, I wouldn't have a problem. Preferably without commercials. Damn your high Hulu. That I was getting annoyed with commercials. So that was
I would even say it would be a good one to show at the church for movie night.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I was well pleased.
Yeah.
My expectations were very, very low.
Mine were too at first.
And see, that's what Conan said too. And I didn't want to give you guys any idea because I didn't want y'all to go in with expectations of it being good or being bad, and just get your opinion and see how that matches up to. And that's why I didn't want to tell y'all ahead of time, so y'all wouldn't be tempted to read something, or
it's fine.
because if you Google Paddington 2, like top things that are going to come up, it's like, is Paddington 2 a perfect movie? And
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't Googling anything related to the movie.
What do you call it? What was I going to talk about? Some movie?
But Conan was saying in there, like, he's like, no, like, I because at first they were just kind of joking around and stuff when they got off on this rabbit trail, and he's like, no, I'm not being facetious here, like, it's generally like a really well done movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I watched it before, but I completely forgot about it. Like, whenever I was watching it, I know I watched it, but I forgot, and so it's like I watched it for the first time. So yeah, it was good. I liked it.
I think Isaiah's only complaint is he wanted it to be a little more woke.
it's pretty much always though.
No. Actually, I didn't sense any woke elements in this movie. Everyone, as usual, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and remember, being woke means that finding the racism, sexism, and hatred in everything. They're everywhere, and you can see them if you try hard and believe in yourself. Thank you all.
I think you need to get Tank in your lap and he needs to help you. Wait, good
I'll help to show you what woke is.
You guys want to see what woke is?
Hold on.
He's coming up in just a minute.
Yeah, just stupid.
Scoopity-boo. Scoopity-doo.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey,
This is the essence of Nick.
Whoa.
Oh, he's tender because he's fat.
Because it's so fat.
Hey there, buddy.
He's going for walks though.
Sorry about that.